What's good? What's good? Welcome back to Invest and Trade with Josh. Good morning, good early afternoon from Accra, Ghana. I think it's around almost 1 p.m. here. We're gonna go over our friend Bitcoin. Just a little bit of an alert. Okay, Bybit. So we're gonna go over our friend Bitcoin. We're sitting at 42,261. We're up about 2.7 on the day. We're sitting on a market cap of 799 billion, almost 800 billion in market cap, and a 24-hour volume of 27.85 billion. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're new to crypto.com, sign up to the world's fastest growing crypto app. And you can grab one of the incredible Visa cards, cashback in crypto, free Spotify, Netflix, Prime, travel incentives, $25 just for signing up through my referral. So we're here on the 4-hour time frame. We broke out of our bull pennant here, and you can see we've had an absolutely beautiful breakout. Now the money flow is quite high, and we are trending towards overbought, and that is usually when you see some pullback. Not always. Sometimes you consolidate and continue. As you can see here, we're overbought, or we're trending very, very close to overbought. We consolidated, the money flow was high, and then we saw a continuation to the upside. So you'll either see some pullback or consolidation, in my opinion. If we just continue to push up here, we have that level of resistance at 42.6K. So we pushed back above the golden ratio, which is exactly what the bulls want to see. We're just about to have the bullish cross on the 4-hour time frame. Currently, we are getting rejected by the 200 EMA, this red line here. So if we do see some pullback, I would expect us to find some support right around 41.3. And your next strong level, in my opinion, is right around 40.5K. If I quickly just remove this Fibonacci and we take our Fibonacci here from this previous swing high down to our swing low, you can see the 1.272 extension lines up perfectly, pretty much perfectly with the top of our box here. I can actually move this down a little bit at about 42.5K. You can see there's some support in this area, resistance. We have resistance, support in this area, resistance right here, resistance in this area, a lot of support and resistance back here, as we've been mentioning on the channel. So that would be a major level in my opinion. Let's quickly look at the 1-hour time frame. Let's see if we can see any divergences. So a little bit of a bearish divergence on the money flow. You can see we're creating higher highs, lower highs on the money flow, but the RSI, there's no bearish divergence, but we are quite overbought. So it would be healthy to at least see some consolidation, as we did right here, before seeing continuation. And as I mentioned, if we do roll over, there is strong support here at about, let me just drop in a line since I just removed that Fibonacci. At about 41.3K, you can see support here, resistance here. If we scroll back, resistance, support. If we scroll back, more support and resistance in that area. I'll let you check it out on the chart for yourself. But we are just about to have the bullish cross on the 4-hour EMA. So if we do see that pullback, we hold the EMAs as support. That's when we can push up to 42.5K. And then you would target the 1.618 extension coming in at 43.5 thousand. Your next strong level support, if we lose 41.3, is 40.5 in my opinion. Let's pop over to our next chart here on the daily. So we are seeing a push up to the EMAs. I said major resistance in between about 41.3 to about 42,000, and that's currently where we're hitting resistance along the daily EMAs. We are starting to push back above the resistance, previous level of support of our ascending triangle. So if we can push back above it as well as hold the EMAs as support, that's when you could see that push back up to about 44.7. I can actually move this down a little bit. Yeah, it's up to about 44.5K, which is the resistance of our ascending triangle. However, if we simply get rejected by the EMAs and we begin to roll over, that's when we come back down to these levels of support here at about 41K, 39.3, 37.5. But I did mention we had a small bullish divergence. As you can see here, we created a lower low with this wick, higher low on the RSI, and the money flow on the daily, which can be an early signal the bulls are running out of strength. So if we do get back above the EMAs, I would expect a push back up to about 44.5K. Our next chart is here on the weekly time frame. Major resistance on the weekly. We have the 55 EMA, this blue line. We have the 20-week moving average, this white line. Sorry guys, this blue line is the 55 EMA. And then we have the 20 EMA, this yellow line. So the 20-week moving average and the 55 EMA are coming in about 42.6K. And then we have the 20 EMA, this yellow line here, which is coming in at right around that 43.5K level. So major resistance from the EMAs here on the weekly. We have the 50-week moving average coming in at about 45,000. There was also a little bit of a double bottom. If I pop back open to the daily here, yeah, we have a nice little double bottom. So we have broken above that neckline. So I'm just going to take it from the structural support, and that breakout target could take you all the way back up to about 44K. So watch that double bottom pattern as well, as it has broken out. If we look at the Bitcoin short positions, not a lot of movement. I have been talking about that bearish divergence. Could be signifying to us that the shorts are running out of strength. But if you do see the shorts start to pump up here, if Bitcoin continues to increase, can be an early warning sign of a move back down. But as of right now, not a lot of movement with the shorts. We're seeing just a little bit of profit taking with the long positions, not too much here, but we are starting to create a bearish divergence. A higher high while creating a lower high in the 4-hour RSI can be an early signal that the longs may be running out of strength. So if we do continue to push up here all the way back up to 44.5K. As I mentioned with our last breakout, I said, look guys, if we come up to 44.5, we break out, you're going to see the longs start to take profits most likely, and that's exactly what happened. So if that happens once again, we push up to 44.5K, and especially if we start to break out a little bit, I do think you'll see the longs start to take profits. Even on the way up to 44.5K, we may see the longs start to take their profits, and you'll start to see a red candle here, signifying the longs are closing their positions. In the short term, if we see a rejection from the 200 EMA as we are trending towards overbought, I would watch 41.3. We could also find support on this previous swing high coming in around 41.5K. If we simply consolidate here, let me grab my brush. Just as we did right here, we see a little bit of consolidation. As you can see right here, we create a little bit of a bull flag, bull pennant as well. So if we measure that breakout, and we take it to the point of breakout, you can see we've almost basically, we basically met the target already. So if you see consolidation once again and you start to break out, what you can do is measure your flagpole, and you would take it to your point of breakout depending on where that is, and that could take you all the way up to the 1.414 at about 43K. But our indicators are quite high. We're almost overbought on the RSI, and the money flow is all the way up at about 88. The last time we were this high was right here. Let me scroll back. So as you can see here, the previous time the money flow was that high, we did see a move back down. It's not always the case. Sometimes you see some consolidation, just as you did here. As you can see right here, we're very close to overbought pretty much this entire pump, and we continued to push up until finally we saw some sell-off. So that is always a possibility. And on the 1 hour time frame, we are quite overbought. So I would expect some pullback or at least some consolidation. And then if we do pull back, I would target in between about 41.5 and 41.3K as your first level of support. So that is it for this one. Shout out to the Discord. We have our trade signals for $10 a month. We made some juicy profits on sand. Just took some profits on our mana trade, very close to our take profit level. Moved the stop loss to break even, as well as our Cardano trade is very close to our first take profit. So I took some profits, moved the stop loss to break even. So I'm always updating with my entries, exits, take profits, stop losses in the Discord at the $10 membership for the trade signals. For $350 USD, you get access to everything else, the buy and take profit zones based off support, resistance, Fibonacci, if you want to start dollar cost averaging into your positions. The DCA charts for the dollar cost average trades on the channel. We have the DCA trade strategy fully explained, and over 1,800 members posting chart patterns, talking all things crypto. It's the price of a coffee, $350 USD. If you want to trade with me, sign up to Bybit, and I will see you in the next video. All right, much love. Take care.